If you come to a squatted position, all of you please come to a squatted position, and from here let's raise ourselves up to standing position. We are going to go down and up 10 times. Let's do this together. Ready? Go down 1 and up 2, 3, 4. Come on, all of you, go down and come up. Come on, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, 10. Let's go one more. And last one, 11. And up. Let's come to a standing position. Next, we're going to be entering into Tandavasana. For you to enter into the Tandavasana, you're going to be stretching one leg in front of you, and then you're going to lower yourself and then come back to a standing position. Now, those of you who are able to perform the Tandavasana, that's great. Now, if you find it difficult, then what you can do is try to lift one leg off the ground, even if your knees are bent, that is fine, and just go down and place both your feet on the ground again and stand up. So we are doing negatives here. So try to go down and then come back up with both your feet. Okay, go down, take the support of your hand as you go down, place both your feet and then push yourself back up. Then you can try to stretch your feet out straight and then repeat the same. Go down, then place both your feet together and then raise up. Once you're comfortable with that, then you can go down with your legs straight and then come up with your legs straight. Now visualize yourself as Paramashiva dancing in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Ekena padena sthatavyam Tandavasanam bhavati.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Brahmanasana. Now, whichever foot you had stretched in front of you, if it was your right foot, you're going to bring your right foot on top of your left thigh. Bring your right foot on top of your left thigh towards the side of your left thigh. Place your hands by your sides. So you would see one hand in front of you and the other behind. Don't place it on your knee. Yes. Balance yourself here and perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Inhale and exhale, visualizing the breath carrying the prana through your entire body. Visualize Lord Brahma in your inner space, blessing you and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ब्राह्मणासनमावक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा ब्राह्मणो भवेत् एकपादमुरौ दत्त्वा तिष्ठेद्दण्डाकृतिर्भुवि.
Relax. You can drop your feet. The next asana we are going to be entering into is Garudasana. Now, with your right foot, you're going to wrap your left leg. So, you're going to wrap your left leg around with your right foot, bringing it around. In same way, wrap your left hand with your right and balance yourself in this position as we perform the Garudasana. Balance yourself. Try to wrap it around your knees. Try to wrap your feet around your knee. and hold the position. Visualize Lord Garuda in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च सैंहद्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Ekapadasana. Once again, stand strong on your left foot. Place your right foot on top of your left thigh. Now continue to perform the Sahaja Pranayama, inhaling and exhaling. As you visualize the prana flowing in and out of you. Now have the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be the Dhruvasana. In Dhruvasana, as you stand on your left foot, you are going to raise your right foot in front of you and hold on to the right big toe with your right hand, index and middle finger. As you stretch it out, you are then going to rotate in the clockwise direction, visualizing yourself blinking as the North Pole star. Start rotating. You can jump your feet and rotate. Visualize yourself as a pole star in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्याग्रं धृत्वा इतरपादतलं भूमौ निधाय त्वरया भ्रमणं कर्तव्यं. ध्रुवासनं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be the Trivikramasana. For us to enter into the Trivikramasana, first from the same standing position, you are going to raise your right leg as high as possible towards your shoulder. So you are going to hold on to your right foot and try to raise it as high as possible towards your shoulder, because the goal here is to place it behind our head. So try to lift the right leg as high as you can. Now lift it as high as you can, and the goal here is for you to go down and come up. Okay, so you're going to go down and come up. So lift one foot up and try to squat down as much as you can. So you're going to hold on to your feet and try to squat down as much as you can and come back to a standing position. Yes, come on, every one of you, try to go down and come up. Try to go down and come up. Now you're going to visualize the 3 steps of Mahavishnu, visualizing Parandama in your inner space, Mahavishnu in your inner space, and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्य अग्रं धृत्वा इतरपादतलं भूमौ निधाय.
Relax. Now we are going to be performing the Parshva Janukarana. So this time you are going to be placing your right foot firmly on the ground and lift your left knee off the ground. Clench your left fist, hold on to your left knee, wrapping it around with your left hand. Place your right hand on your hip. Clench your left hand, left fist. And pull your knee as close as possible towards your chest and hold. Hold the position. And relax. The next asana is going to be Tandavasana. We are going to be repeating the same sequence of asanas on the other side. So as you have your right leg firmly planted on the ground, this time you are going to lift your left foot in front of you. So this is going to be the one leg squat. So you can do in the variations that I had mentioned. So try to go down with your leg bent, and then when coming up, take the support of both your feet and push yourself up. And then try to keep your knee straight and then repeat the same. As you're coming up, use the support of both your legs and come up. Then once you're able to do all of this, then you can lift one foot and raise yourself into the Tandavasana. But at least all of you try to go down with one leg off the ground. Okay, even if you lose a little balance, that's fine. Try to push yourself. At least try to go down with one leg. While you're doing this, you're going to be visualizing yourself as Paramashiva, dancing, and have the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकेन पादेन स्थातव्यं ताण्डवासनं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we're going to be entering into is going to be Brahmanasanam. Now, with your right foot firmly planted on the ground, place your left foot on the side, on the inner thigh of your right leg. Place your hands by the side of your hip. Hold the position. Continue to perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Inhale and exhale, visualizing the prana flowing in and out of you. Visualize yourself being blessed by Lord Brahma in your inner space. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ब्राह्मणासनमावक्षे यत्कृत्वा ब्राह्मणो भवेत् एकपादमुरौ दत्त्वा तिष्ठेत् दण्डाकृतिर्भुवि.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Garudasana 3. In Garudasana 3, with your right leg firmly planted on the ground, you're going to wrap your left leg over it. So take your left leg and wrap it over and around your right leg. Same way, you're now going to wrap your left hand over your right. And balance yourself in the position. You're going to be visualizing yourself as Lord Garuda in your inner space as you're doing this. Keep your knees slightly bent while you're doing it. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च सैंहद्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
And relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Ekapadasana. Now with your right foot firmly planted on the ground, lift your left foot and place it on top of your right thigh. Place your left foot on top of your right thigh. Place your hands by the side of your hips in a relaxed way. Balance yourself in the position. Balance yourself in the position. Now visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
रक्षान्ध्रिं वामपादस्य जङ्घोपरि निधाय च.
Relax, shake your feet off. The next asana we are going to be entering is going to be the Durvasana. Now for that you are going to plant your right foot firmly into the ground and hold on to your left foot, big toe with your left index and middle finger. Try to stretch it out and you're going to rotate your feet. You're going to rotate yourself in the anti-clockwise direction. While doing this, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a North Pole star in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकेन हस्तेन दण्डरूपस्य एकस्य पादस्याग्रं धृत्वा इतरपादतलं भूमौ निधाय त्वरया भ्रमणं कर्तव्यं. ध्रुवासनं भवति.
Relax, shake your feet out. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be the Trivikramasana. This time we are going to be lifting our left foot as high as possible to place it on top of our head. So with your right foot firmly planted on the ground, you're going to try and pull your left feet as high as possible towards your head, and then you're going to go down and come up. Now until you're able to take and place your foot behind your head, try to lift your right foot as high as possible and hold. Whether it's up to your stomach, whether it's up to your shoulder, whether it's up to your chest, try to lift it as high as you can and hold it there. And once you balance yourself, then you're going to squat down and then raise yourself up again. Come on, let's all try this. All of you, please enter into the Trivikramasana. Even if you're not able to place your feet behind your head, that is fine. That is fine. Now, visualize Mahavishnu in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ग्रीवायां पादं संस्थाप्य स्थातव्यम् उत्थातव्यं. त्रिविक्रमासनं भवति.
Relax. Shake your feet off. Relax. Next, we are going to be entering into the Samana Kakarana. Stand with your feet close together, toes pointing slightly outward. Knees are straight. Keep your hands by the side of your body. Stand in a balanced position. stand in a balanced position. Heels together, toes pointing outward. Knees are straight. We are not in the Aramandi position. Do not move around, do not shake. Stand still. Feel yourself at balance with yourself. Inhale and exhale. Just stay still. The next asana we are going to enter is going to be the Gorak Jali Asana. Now, as you are standing from a standing position, you are going to bend forward, bringing your forehead towards your knees and interlock your hands behind your thighs. Once you do that, then you are going to come down to a squatting position. We'll show it to you again. So from a standing position, you're going to bend forward, have a slight gap between your feet, bend forward, interlock your hands behind your thighs and squat down. Come down to a squatting position. Hold the position. You're going to visualize yourself as Sage Gorakhanatha, who is the founder of the Natha Yoga Sampradaya, and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथमहि उभोः ये बाहुरीनी चोगु निहोवे दोवु करदो जंघा मधिनी की विधा पहुंचे.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering is going to be Kanchasana. Now come down to a squatted position and insert your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calves. Interlock your fingers and wrap them behind your butt. And hold the position. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Kanchasana and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ऊर्ध्वमध्यात् हस्तो निवेश्य नितम्बं धृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिं वष्टभ्य तिष्ठेत्. काञ्चासनं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we are going to perform is going to be Bhairo Asana. In Bhairo Asana, bring your feet together and sit in a squatting position. Hold the hands behind your back and sit up straight. And bring your gaze towards your navel center. Bring your gaze towards your navel center. Visualize yourself as Bhagavan Kala Bhairava in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
गोपूपक की थलिया की माहिरे कोर मिलाये फना पानी उकड़मड़ वैसे.
Relax. The next asana is going to be Varahasana. So in Varahasana, you're going to squat all the way towards the ground. Keep your feet together but your toes apart. So your heels are together, toes are slightly pushed apart. Now bring your elbows close to your ear. Place your hands in the Anjali Mudra behind your head. And bring your gaze towards your nose. Gaze down towards your nose. And hold the position. Hold the position. Now visualize yourself as a boar, one of the 10 incarnations of Mahavishnu in your inner space, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पाकथली की माहिली कोर मिलागी बना पानी उकड़ बैसे एड़ी मूल द्वार नीचे राशे.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Priptasana. Pripitasana. First to enter into the Pripitasana. Now first you're going to hold on to your big toes with your index and middle finger with your respective hands. And from there raise your butt off the ground and hold the position. Your hands are straight. Now hold the position and look forward. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पार्श्वद्वय सम्मील्य स्थित्वा नितम्बं जानुप्रदेश आनीय तिष्ठेत् प्रपीठासनं भवति.
Relax, shake your feet off. Just walk forward and backward on your mat. Next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Bakasana. Now place your hands on the mat with fingers nice and wide apart. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Place your hands shoulder width apart. Now from here, place your knees at the back of your arms. Place your knees at the back of your arms and slowly shift your weight towards the front, lifting one foot off the ground and lifting the other, raising both the feet off the ground and hold. While doing this, you're going to visualize yourself as a crow in your inner space. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
हस्ताभ्यामवनिमवष्टम्भ जानुद्वयं नाभूतं मील्य जङ्गा ऊरूनि संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत् बकासनं भवति.
Relax. Just sit. Now we are going to be entering into the Kanchyasana. Now from a squatting position, come to a squatting position. From a squatting position, insert your hands between your thighs and your calves and wrap your hand behind your butt, interlocking your fingers, and look up straight. Sit straight, chest up straight, and hold. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Kanchyasana and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ऊरुमध्यात् हस्तौ निवेश्य नितम्बं धृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिम् अष्टभ्य तिष्ठेत् काञ्च्यासनं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Bhairuvasana. Now for you to enter into the Bhairuvasana, bring your feet together now. Earlier we had our feet apart. Once again now you're going to bring your feet together. Bring your feet together. Come to a sitting position, as a squatting position with your feet together. From there, hold the hands behind your back. Interlock your hands in the Parashamudra behind your back and sit up straight. And sit up straight. Your butt is off the ground. Interlock your hands behind your butt, under your butt. Your butt is off the ground. Visualize Kalabhairava in your inner space as you perform the asana. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
योगोपगी धैर्य की माहिली कोर मिलागी भना पानी उकड़मड़ वैसे.
The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Varahasana. Now squat down all the way towards the ground. And now you are going to be raising your hands and placing them behind your head, bringing your elbows close to your head. Your palms joined together, facing downward behind your back. Palms facing downward behind your back. Hold the position. Bring your feet together. Make sure your feet are together. Balance yourself. Sit straight. Keep your back straight. And bring your gaze towards your nose. Bring your gaze towards your nose. We are now performing the Varahasana. Visualize Lord Varaha, the boar avatar of Mahavishnu, in your inner space. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पागधरी की माहिले कोर मिलागी भना पानी उकड़ वैसे एड़ी मूल द्वार नीचे राशे.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Prapita Asana. Now for you to enter into the Prapita Asana, from the same squatting position, you are going to hold on to your respective big toe with your index and middle finger in the Prana Mudra. Hold on. Come on, every one of you, hold on to your big toe with your index and middle finger. Now, from this position, you're going to raise your butt off the ground to the level where your elbows are straight. You're going to raise yourself off the ground. Your knees continue to be bent. Your knees do not become straight. As you can see, the knees continue to be bent. And look forward. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पार्श्वद्वये सम्मील्य स्थित्वा नितम्बं जानप्रदेश आनीय तिष्ठेत् प्रपीठासनं भवति.
And relax. Come back to a standing position and just shake your feet out. Walk forward and backward on your mat. We are next going to be entering into Bakasana. So for you to enter into Bakasana, you're going to come down to a squatting position. Come down to a squatting position and place your hands shoulder width apart. Please place your hands shoulder width apart and bring your knees behind your arms. You're going to place your knees as close as possible towards your armpit, behind your arms, and then slowly shift your weight towards the front, lifting one foot off the ground and then the other, entering into Bakasana. Okay, let's do this together. Come on, every one of you. Come down to a squatting position. Place your hands in front of you, shoulder width apart. Come on, all of you, go down. Place your hands in front of you. Now, bring your knees behind your arms. Raise your butt up and bring your knees towards your arms. And slowly shift your weight towards the front, lifting one foot off the ground and then the other, visualizing yourself as a crow in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
हस्ताभ्यामवनिमवष्टभ्यजानुभ्यं नाभौ सम्मील्य जङ्घा ऊरूनि संस्थाप्य तिष्ठेत् बकासनं भवति.
And relax. Okay. Next we are going to be entering into the Sushtaga Kapalyasana. So this is going to be headstand with Padmasana. So we are going to be partnering up. Please pair up. All of you please pair up. We are going to be performing the headstand. And then we are going to try and get our feet into Padmasana in the headstand position. So please pair up, pair up, pair up, pair up. All the Kailasavasis, please assist the participants to pair up. Male side and female side, please get yourself partners. So for you to enter into the Shushtaga Kapalyasana, you're going to place your hands shoulder width apart and then bring your head onto the ground such that your elbows are 90 degree. You can see the elbow position, the elbows are 90 degrees. And from there you're going to slowly raise one foot off the ground at a time, lifting both the feet up towards the sky. From here, once you are able to balance yourself in this position, you are then going to bend one foot at a time, getting your feet into the Padmasana position and balance. So let's partner up. This is for every one of us to do. For every one of us to do. So please pair up. If you can do it by yourself, that's wonderful. If you need assistance, please partner. And let's perform the asana. Make sure your hands, your palms are in front of your head, not in the same alignment of your head. Bend your feet, your knee one knee at a time, bringing your feet into the Padmasana position. Once you have your feet straight, slowly bend it down and repeat it with your partners. You can switch partners if you have done. Please switch partners. And perform the Sushtaga Kapali Asana. Visualize Swamiji as you perform the asana and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
आसन को गुण कपाल आछो होई.
Relax. Slowly drop down. You can come back to your mats. All of you can return to your mats. Come back to your mats. Now from here, we are going to be entering into Guptasana. For you to sit in Guptasana, you're going to be sitting down in similar to the Vajrasana position. Now slowly move your feet out towards the side and sit down onto the ground. Slide your feet off the butt and sit down on the ground. Now place your hands on your knees and sit straight. Place your hands on your knees and sit straight. Visualize yourself being seated in a secret seat with Swamiji as you perform the Guptasana. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानुर्घोरन्तरे पादौ कृत्वा पादौ च गोपयेत् पादोपरि च संस्थाप्य बुधं गुप्तासनं विदुः.
Relax. Next, we are going to be entering into the Vrikshasana 2. So this is going to be entering into handstand position. So we are going to be partnering ourselves once again. We're going to do this along with our partners. So with your partners in front of you, so you're going to place your hand on the ground and then you're going to kick one foot up at a time and then the other, and balance yourself on your hands. Please partner up and let's try it. Yes. Please try it. Switch partners. If you have already tried, you can switch partners and repeat the same. So the partners who is supporting, make sure that you are supporting those who are trying to lift up on their hands. While doing this, you're going to visualize yourself as a tree with deep roots in your inner space, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासन विशेषकाञ्चननेन्द्रियदादाढ्य कोणभेदान् समभ्यसेत्.
Relax. Now we are going to enter into a different variation of the handstand. This is going to be where you have your hands placed together. So we are going to be placing our hands, palms together. So earlier we had our palms shoulder width apart approximately. So now you're going to bring your hands together, and then you're going to repeat the same. You're going to kick yourself up into the air as we perform the Shibu Asana. Once again, we're going to do this along with our partners. Please repeat this with your partners. Try to hold and balance. Let's all perform the Shibu Asana. Come on, all of you, partner up. Let's all try it. If you need 2 or more assistants also, you can take. Kailasavasis, please go around to ensure that everyone is giving this a shot. Switch partners and do if you have already tried. While doing this, you're going to visualize Swamiji in your inner space, blessing you to manifest all the powers, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दोगुपग जोड़ी माही गुल्भ मिलाए.
Relax. Please come back to a seated position. Come back to a seated position, all of you. Please come back to a seated position. Please come back to your mats. You're now going to lay down on your stomach. All of you, please lie down on your stomach. Place your hands by the side of your chest and lie down on your stomach. We are now going to be entering into Matsyasana 2. For you to enter into the Matsyasana 2, you are now going to be tucking your toes onto the ground. Press your toes onto the ground, and you are going to push yourself up into a plank position. From the ground, you are going to push yourself up into a plank position, and then we are going to go down again and repeat. So this is Matsyasana 2. If you are not able to lift yourself with your knees straight, you can place your knees on the ground and then you can repeat the same. So every time you go down, you're dropping yourself onto the ground completely, and then you're lifting yourself up. While doing this, visualize yourself as a fish in your inner space, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nijjam Shayanam Kurparo Parshvabhagayam Urdhakritya Hastathalabhyam Bhumim Vashtabhyam.
Relax and lie down on your stomach. Make sure your toes are pointing outward. Lie down on your stomach with your feet pointing outward. Feet pointing outward. Now place your hands on your hips. Place your hands on your hips. We are now going to be entering into Sarpasana. With the hands on our hips, we are going to be lifting our chest off the ground, and we are going to move towards the left and right, visualizing ourselves as a snake slithering on the ground. Lift your chest off the ground all the way from your hip, and you're going to move yourself from the left to right, visualizing yourself as a snake slithering on the ground. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nijjam Shayanam Kritva Hasto Nitambam Samsthapya Pado Dīghīkritya Sammilayan Urasakantavyam Sarpasanam Bhavati.
Relax. Now place your hands in the Padma Mudra, elbows on the ground, chin on your palms, as we perform the Niralambasana. Feet and toes stretched behind, toes pointing outward, feet together. Bring your feet together, toes pointing out. Now continue to perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Inhale and exhale, visualizing the prana flowing in and out of your body. Continue to perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Feel yourself completely balanced and supported. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Karabhyam Pankajam Kritva Tishthet Kurparaya Sudhihi Mukhamunnamanucchayi Niralambanamasanam.
The next asana is going to be Chatrasana. Now from the same position, place your hands on the ground by the sides of your shoulders. You're going to raise your chest up all the way from your hips, and then bend your knees, bringing your toes close to your head, and try to touch your head with your toes. Try to touch your head with your toes as we perform the Chatrasana. Look up towards the sky, bend backward as much as you can, and hold the position. Now visualize yourself as an umbrella protecting Swamiji in your inner space, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Ardhyasanavastitva hastatalabhyam bhumim vashtabhya urdhamunnayat tatrasanam bhavati.
Relax. Now come back onto your knees in Vajrasana. Lay down, get on top of your knees and bend forward and down, stretching your hands in front of you. Try to bring your forehead as close as possible towards your knee. Arch your back and stretch the hand out in front of you. Arch the back as much as you can and hold. Try to bring your forehead towards your knee and your hands stretched out in front of you. Visualize yourself as a weapon of Lord Indra, symbolizing indestructibility in your inner space as we perform the Vajrasana and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु सुखप्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पथि.
Now from this position, raise yourself up into Gajasana. Hands and feet on the ground, hip lifted all the way up towards the sky. Raise yourself up into Gajasana. We are now going to be performing the Meshasana. So you're going to visualize yourself as a powerful ram in your inner space and strike the ground alternatively with your hands, visualizing yourself as a ram getting ready to charge. Come on, all of you. Raise your butt off the ground, hips up towards the sky. Alternate your hands one at a time, visualizing yourself as a powerful ram in your inner space. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
गजासनं संस्थितो एकैकं बाहुं भूमौ ताडयेत् मेधासनं भवति.
Relax. Now slowly lay down on your back as you enter into Shavasana. Relax and lay down on your back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale deeply. Bring your awareness back to your body. Move your fingers. Move your toes. Bend your knees and bring them towards your chest. Bend your knees and bring them towards your chest. Roll towards the left and right. And slowly come to a seated position. Now bring your hands in front of your chest in the Anjali Mudra. Remember Swamiji in your third eye, and let's end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashwapadukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody. Nithyanandam.